Hi, my name's Alicia and let's get started with our Pilates. We're going to come into a stretch to prepare the body and just take a nice flow over. Take a nice full inhale. I like to exaggerate this inhale so it stretches all the little muscles in my ribs there. And then release. Then let's take a twist. Turn it around. You're kind of taking your finger towards your toe, curling your head. You should get a nice stretch across the back there as well as into your hamstring. And then bring it back up. Then swing yourself around. These are just a little finding your range of motion stretches. Bringing up the chest, you're coming into a little back extension. You should feel a light little stretch down the back of the hip. And then if you can, grab the foot. For those that are a little more flexible, can hook it right into the elbow there. One breath in each position. Full big inhale and then release. Swing it back around and swap it over. Let's float it over. Inhale. That exaggerated breath again. Oh, I just love that one. And release. And then spiral the spine. Reach down towards the toes. Tuck the chin for a little extra nerve stretch. Breathing in again. And release, and then just swing wherever the hips roll naturally there, trying to turn the hip down towards the floor. Inhale, lifting up the chest there. Exhale, release, and then add on that little extra hip opener. Grabbing the foot is also fine. Inhale again, and then release it. Okay, let's swing it around and master our curve, our C curve in our spine. We're going to squeeze the little inner thigh hold together there. Imagine you've got a piece of Velcro running in between the legs. You come down into a little C curve. Good morning, good afternoon to your abdominals, and then rolling back up. Inhale, just two more. Finding the exhale as it draws the belly in towards the center. And then inhale back up. Did you know that your deepest abdominal literally wraps around like a corset, attaching into your spine and around the sides and front? So as you do that exhale, imagining a corset drawing in from the sides is a very accurate description of what's happening on those lower layers of abdominals. And then bring it back up. All right, everybody has a different height as they roll down into their curve. So find your sweet spot where already you get a little quiver. Check your inner thighs are touching together there. And we're going to float the arms up. Inhale and exhale down. Inhale. How long is she going to make us hover? You might be asking. Well, we're going for 5 more floats, but they are slow. Inhale up. Exhale down. How are you feeling? Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. I told you they were slow. Exhale down. Inhale up. We've got one more coming. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And release. Let it go. Just fold forward there for a moment. A little micro release and then sitting up nice and tall. Exhale. Now if that felt okay, head your way down a little lower. If you need it a little lighter, come a bit higher, taking a twist. And back up. Exhale, the inner thighs drawing together there is kind of what's holding the base lower abdominals. And then you're twisting your obliques, your upper abdominals against that. Exhale, twist. Inhale. So it's the breath out at the most heaviest part of the movement, which is the twist. Inhale to square it back to center. Exhale. Inhale. How many more do you want to do? I know you can't answer me. 2 more. 1 on each side. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Reach your way up. Nice long spine. And exhale, lengthen out those hamstrings. Inhale, rolling your way back up. And then exhale, one slow roll down to flat back position. Adjust yourself into the mat, and then we're going to inhale, bring the hands up behind the head. And on the exhale, deepen your belly and then float your shoulder blades off the floor. The feeling is you're trying to lift your scapula or that kind of bra strap line just off the floor, and just hover here. Now we're heading into a fairly strong abdominal, so you want to have the lower back imprinted rather than a little arch, and start to prepare it by just holding here. You can lean your head back into your hands. You don't need to be pulling the head forward, but you are still trying to maintain the height of the shoulders. Don't drop it, just hold this curl up. Inhale. Lovely. Exhale. You can see your belly button from this position, so each time exhale, draw it, watch it go down, even if it only moves a millimeter, and then float one leg up to the height where you can keep your legs straight. So if your legs are a little tighter, bring it down. So it's a little looser, take it up, and then control it back down. Now, it might feel like the fancy part is the up, but it actually, exhale, you've got to scoop the belly and hold the back flat on the way down. Inhale up, and exhale, deepen the belly. Try to lift the shoulders just a millimeter or two every time the leg goes down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. 4 more. Inhale up, exhale down. Your eye line is out on that diagonal. You're trying to keep those shoulder blades high. You're just constantly taking little checks around the body. Can I deepen the belly a little stronger? Can I float those shoulder blades a little lighter on the floor? Last one. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, take one leg up this time. Prepare, and then exhale, reach forwards. We're going to take tiny little taps, fingertips to the floor. Tapping 10. Each time it's like you're reaching. There's a little marker and it's just out of reach, but you try to tap it each time. For 5, 4, 3, 2. You position that leg to where you can extend it nice and long. And 1. Hands back behind the head. You don't just drop down when you do 1. Wait for me. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, 10. Reach. 8. Reach. 6. Reach. Each time the ribs are sliding towards the hips. Imprinted spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back behind the head. Lower it back down. Now notice I haven't dropped the curl up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the leg up. Reach to it this time. Climb a tree. But you're only climbing halfway up your tree. You reach, you keep your legs completely still, and you reach up to try to come into a half curl, and then back down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, keep the legs still. Climb halfway up, and back down. Inhale. Exhale, stop at that sweet spot, somewhere between the top and the bottom, and then bring it back down. Inhale. If you've got the legs straight up, it's a little, it's not going to work quite as well, so bring it down on that kind of 50-degree angle. 2 more. You've got the arms to help you here, but the least you can use them, very light fingertips holding on, the stronger it is. Last one. Now you're not going to lower the head. Have you got the theme of that already? Hands back behind there. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, second leg onto the diagonal, reaching forwards. Then climb the tree and lower it back down. Climbing the tree, lowering it back down. Little creep, 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 and back down. 3 more on this side. Breathe out. Draw it down. Breathing out. Draw it down. Last one. And release. Hands behind the head. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to come up that tree this time, but without holding on. We send the legs out, just a little climb. Now this is not a full all the way up. If you've done that before, you've jumped ahead. You're just coming at a little half hover. It's actually harder. Inhale. Exhale, those legs go to that 45-degree angle and you just come up a tiny bit, Less is more, less is more. Exhale. Inhale. 5 more. Exhale. Inhale. If you go too high, your hips start to take over. It's very easy to take the hands to the, to just balance at the top. It's much harder at halfway. It stays in the abs. Last 2. Last 1. And release. Rock those knees in, give them a little bit of love. Let's flip it straight over. Woo. And give your belly a nice stretch out in this back extension here. Just a moment, release. And then we're going to bring it down. So we've strengthened the front side, now we're into the back. It's quite pretty, this one. Hands by the side, stingray. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, you might need to turn your head to have a little look at what's going on here. The shoulders are reaching back, and that's where the arm reach comes from, the scapula there. Eyes stay looking down so your neck is long, and you're doing tiny little taps with the heels. Dorothy, I want to go home. The Wizard of Oz heel taps back there. You can feel a little bit of inner thigh, not burning but engaging to squeeze in, and the glutes there. Once you've got your fast taps, you do a slow float up with the arms overhead and a slow float back. The challenge is to keep the chest nice and high as the arms come up overhead. Often the body wants to drop down. Keep it nice and high. Inhale, don't lift up with the chin. It's not a neck exercise. It's the back that we're focusing on. And we're just soaring over the bottom of the ocean like a stingray. Inhale. Exhale. Now back muscles are built for endurance. They've got to support our posture all day long, every day of the year. So we hold and we just stay in this one position. Inhale. Breathing with each arm float. Every time you pull the arms back is an opportunity to try to lift a little bit higher. 3 more floats. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale. You got your dainty little fast feet going on back there. Last one. Curl it back. Grab one foot. Grab the other foot. Hang on to it. Breathe in and breathe out. Push your feet back behind you. Open the chest. Now all the weight is taken out of the back and the work is in the legs. And you just play around with your flexibility here. How far can you open up? I can push my feet a bit higher. I can float the chest, but not much more. Keep breathing. Let the breath move the body in this position. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And release. Very nice. Now, let's totally switch it up. Send into the shoulders and the glutes now. You can face straight towards me. We're coming down onto the forearm, bottom knee underneath you. And you want to feel like you're in a little straight line. The shoulder is underneath you. Then you get good support from under the lats there. The foot is flexed. We keep an active foot. We're just tapping and lifting. Just find the hip height there for a moment. You might want to often need to lift the chin. Feel like you're reaching out through the top of the head. And your hand on your hip. You're in a half a little plank and side of the glutes. The side of the glutes often give that shape of wrapping and around. So we'll have a good little workout on the side of the glutes there. Then holding it up. Take some circles. Good. Keep yourself busy and your mind busy, thinking, okay, what can I hold more stable so that I don't wibble and wobble? Can I deepen the belly? Can I press into my arm? Very nice. Now hold the leg exactly there. We've been working the top, but now we're going for the bottom hip. Sneaky one in underneath. You didn't notice it was working for you, but it's already warmed up. Pulsing just the hip down a little bit and back up. Good. Lovely, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to push up on the arms, change the work. If you've got any wrist problems, go back down, but hold this exact same position and do it again. Lift and lower. The leg height actually feels like it doesn't go as high in this position because the hips are up. So it's more important to be square to keep the burn isolated in the glutes than it is to get the leg high. Circles. You're feeling it now? I certainly am. Round and round the garden. Guess who's got a toddler at home? That's the first song that popped into my head while I was circling. Okay, hold it there. Dip the hips. Stop and up. drop and up. Oh, this is the one that should get you. Good. Going for 5, 4. You can tell me how much you loved it or hate it later. Just keep going for now. 3, 2, 1, and release. Just sit cross-legged in the middle and roll through. Send some love and some blood flow back to those hips. That burning sensation, I mean, you hear the word lactic acid. It just means that the blood flow was restricted as the muscle was contracting, and now it gets to flow again. And our endurance builds. We're really stretching our endurance through all these sets. Okay. No rest for the wicked. Other side. Bring it in. Send that leg underneath you. Flex the foot and just lift up onto that little mini plank. Small little taps and lowers. Good. Now we need our strong mindset for the second set. We've got 2 roads for our mind to go down. Path A says last time was hard and this is going to be harder. Path B says I totally did last time, I've totally got it this time. Okay? How much do you want to suffer? You can choose. Hold it up. Circle the leg. Good. Bring it up and over. My circles are starting to get smaller. Then hold it up and dip the hips. Now we didn't give much rest in between, but this is where our body changes. You're going to go home tonight, you're going to be asleep in bed, and your body's going to be going through all these processes, making your blood pump faster and your muscles grow stronger and your bones get denser. That happens while you're asleep. Okay, did I distract you? Now we're pushing up onto the hand. You get a tiny little micro break. Bring that hand in nice and close. Second set and we're done. Temptation is to rock back this way. Lean into the arm. Get your little 2-for-1 deal, the hips and the arm. Lift and lowers. Circles. You're going to love the next one, so you can stay with us. Come on, we're nearly there. Once our circles are done, in 4, 3, 2, 1, little hip dips. Good. Last 5, 4, push the hips up. 3, get the foot off the floor, Alicia. 2, 1, and lovely. Now don't face me, turn side on so you got lots of room again. Take your little glute stretch here, sideways. The glutes will kind of release in our next move. Then send it out long, shake it out. We're going to come back to that roll down, that nice curve. As you imprint the lower spine to the ground, slide the legs in and rock them up and over. Just find that hip lift for yourself first. Maybe you've got your hands in there for the first set. Maybe the knees are slightly bent. But gradually you want to try to straighten those legs out. If you want a little bit more nerve stretch, flex the feet, that's the full position. And then release the hands. Good, with these flex feet, open them to shoulder width apart. And then slowly roll down through the spine. Good. When you feel the lower back come, hold the belly in. So the belly stays flat to the spine and the spine flat to the floor. Then we go into a little double leg lower. Inhale back up. Breathe in all the way up and over. Roll over, it's called. Quite a literal name. And then as you come down, this is where we start doing our second set of some core. Lower the legs. Inhale up. And exhale with control. Now see if you can have your legs apart. It's a little bit heavier. Inhale up. And exhale down. Very nice. One more. Inhale up. Oh, that back stretch is good. But then that second set of abs feels more engaged the second time around. Now as we roll back down this time, we're going to roll the body with the legs. Find that little tipping teaser and back. Now I call it the tipping teaser, because you want to go slowly and you don't want to come up too high. I think if you've done any gym training or gymnastics training, or dive training, it's that scooping boat position from yoga as well. Dish shape it gets called. That has the best abdominal hold. Let's do 2 more. How you going? Mine are getting better, I think. That's what we want. How are yours going? These are workouts that need to be practiced. You can't master it all first go. So just experiment and enjoy. Hold this last one. Hold it, hold it, hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs down. Adjust yourself if you need to. We're pressing up, opening the chest, reverse plank. Inhale. And then exhale, drop the hips, folding over. Now we're transitioning between A and B, opening up. Inhale. Drop it down and fold. 2 more. Take it a little. Part stretch, part warm up the shoulders. Then on this one, hold it up. The trickiest part is how flexible are your shoulders, and you're working them right to the end of range. You're trying not to lock the elbows, keep a teeny little bend in it. Turn on your glutes to add a little extra support. And we float one leg up and back down. Exhale, one leg up and back down. Lovely. Looking good. You can do it. Good. Now I found myself locking into my elbows. Slightly bend them so that the muscles around that elbow joint fire. That's it. Good. You don't have to always be doing push-ups to get toned arms. All of these plank positions add to that as well. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Release. Can you roll over? Straight over. Can you lower the abs back down? Pass through teaser and straight to a bridge. Drop it down. Scoop the spine. Roll over. If there's one thing to prioritize, it's that imprinted spine on the way up and the way down. Press it up. Breathing out. Control, control, control. 2 more. Roll, 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 roll. One more. Last one. Hold that plank. Inhale. And exhale. Roll those wrists. How are you going? We are on the home stretch, everyone. Okay, bring yourself back down to that bridge position. Bring your feet in nice and close. Adjust your pants after all that rolling and tick and tuck your pelvis under. Tip and tuck. If your pelvis ticks, that will be unusual. Then, this is a Pilates bridge, not one of these big back bends. The difference is get the ribs down so that you get the best hamstring workout. Your ribs stay down on the floor, but you get as much of that tilt of the pelvis, that Michael Jackson kind of ow position. Hold it there. Bring your feet a little bit closer and be fussy. You're fussy about your hips, that they're at the same height. Look at them if you need to, and then drop the head back down. Lift one leg, check them again. Yep, all good. Then from here, we're going to take the foot down without the hips changing. I've got my hands on there so I can feel it. Flex the foot up, point the foot down. Toes lead up, toes point down. Now, if you're just a little tighter in the hamstring, it only looks like this. Pretty much the same. Flex it up, point it down, straight leg. You're being Mr. or Mrs. Fussy. Good. 4 more. You're starting to feel the work through the supporting leg. If not, talk to that glute. Squeeze it a little extra. 2. And 1. Bring it up. Take it down. Don't drop those hips. Talk to the glutes again. Give them another little squeeze. Take the foot up. It points down. And then the toes flex and go up. Points down, flex and go up. Now that I can sense where my hips are in space, I've released the hands. I'm closing the eyes and feeling that stability. Stability being the bent leg, that it doesn't wibble and wobble. It wibbles and wobbles a little bit, but I'm trying my damnedest to hold it still. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Take it up. Bring it down. We haven't dropped it. We give it another little squeeze. We take the top. This time we dip halfway down and drive it up. Now I'm telling you to really press those hips high. It might mean the back arches up a little bit, but your attention is still down at the glute. You squeeze it on. Squeeze it on. I'm saying squeeze because it is actually an additional conscious thought. You're giving a contraction just with your mind as well as the push down into the foot to lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Swap it over. Down. 1, 2. Squeeze. This one's had a little rest, so give it a little extra. That extra might be a millimeter. Change happens in consistency, not in big dramatic things. So 1 extra repetition, 1 little millimeter extra of height, coming back and doing the workout again sooner rather than later is the key to long-term success, changing your body for a lifetime. 2 more. 3, that was your little pep talk while we held that one. Inhale, let's take the arms over. Now I'm letting you stretch it out. Still with a big squeeze through the glutes. And then roll down and release your back. Give it a little rock and roll around there. Send one leg long. Give one hip a little circle. Good. Giving yourself a little self-massage around the hip there. And then hang in under the back of the knee. Stretch and fold. You're finding your range of motion again, and then see if you can grab the calf, but full extension behind the knee. It's pretty you can still get a stretch with a slight bend, but I'm saying fully extend so you get a little extra nerve stretch with the foot flexed. Take a nice deep breath there and let it fall across the body. We're on the home stretch. You've pushed yourself to work hard, but what we want to do now is just literally carve in one moment in your day today to just chill, relax, slow down. You don't have to achieve anything now. You're massaging this leg. Any of those work things, they can come later. Family things, then let's swing it. Good. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Left and right might not always feel the same. If this is your tighter side, maybe you should stretch this one when you do this workout again another time first. Give it a little longer stretch if it's a bit tighter. Those are the smaller details you're bringing the mind's attention to right now. If you grab that foot, you get a little extra calf. Can you feel that? Lovely. Then let it fall across. Wherever it lands is the perfect spot. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Release. Last sit up to sign off. And you're done. Thank you very much.